continue that list. Fifth one I gave. Did you get the answer for that? 10I minus no k component. Okay. Magnitude. K component should become 0 actually, because minus 3 minus 3, it is at the same place actually. No change in that. So what you have to do here is, if you call that initial point as P, minus 3 comma 4 comma minus 3, and second point as Q, 7 minus 2 minus 3. What is asked is displacement R vector PQ, which is just x2 minus x1, comma y2 minus y1, comma z2 minus z1. This is what you have to give as a displacement. X2 minus x1, 7 minus of minus 3 becomes a 10. That is I component. Plus minus 2 minus 4, that is j component, plus minus 3 minus of minus 3, that is k component, which becomes 0, last one, same thing subtracted. Therefore 10I plus minus 6j should be the displacement in this case. This is the equation. Magnitude is root of 100 plus 36, 136 if required. Here what is asked? Displacement vector of bird. Magnitude not asked. So this is the answer you have to keep. I and j. K component is 0 here. If you want, you can write 0k here. Null vector it becomes for k component. Six, that is linked with the projectile motion part. So okay, x and y displacements also you can take. Okay, no problem. You can do that. Copy that. Question number 6. You finish that. Copy that. Question number 6. X component and y component of displacements are given here. X is given as 4t plus 5t square, and y is given as 3t. You have to find the acceleration at t equal to 1. So from displacement, how do you go to acceleration? First, differentiate and get a velocity for each component. Once again, differentiate velocity to get acceleration. You'll get the x component of acceleration and y component of acceleration. Finally, take the vector sum of them. So first, velocity vector is a differentiation of displacement. What is it? 4 plus 10t. d by dt of 4t. Ruchi, t power 1 we have here. So what is the derivative? T power 1 minus 1. Don't forget this. X power n derivative as n into x power n minus 1. Same thing. Physics 99% differentiation is about this equation. Here we have power as 1 instead of n. So that 1 will come down here, and power is 1 minus 1. What is 1 minus 1? 0. So t power 0 means 1. So what remains is? What remains? Applying this idea, 4 is as it is there. Then 1 t power 1 minus 1. Better write like this. This part becomes 1 here. Therefore, what remains is 4 itself. So for this first part, it is 4. Similarly, second part, what is it? 5 as it is. 2t power 2 minus 1. N minus 1. 2 minus 1. That is a 10t it becomes. So velocity vector has become 4 plus 10t now. Once again differentiate that. It is actually velocity component of x direction. So Vx we will call it. Similarly, acceleration along x you will get as a derivative of this x component of velocity. First part there is no t, so 0 number constant derivative is 0. Then second part 10 it is. So our answer for x component of acceleration is just 10 meter per second square. Or you can write it as 10i. 10i component of acceleration does not have t term, not variable, constant it is, uniform acceleration. Similarly, what about y part? Right, velocity along y part, derivative of this displacement becomes a 3. Once again, t power 1 minus 1. So simply 3 it is. But acceleration, derivative of velocity component becomes a 0. Therefore, finally our acceleration is all about x component. Axi plus Ayj becomes just 10I only. Our second part is 0. So acceleration is all along the x direction here. At t equal to 1 asked here, what to do for that? It doesn't vary whether it is 1 second time, 10 second or 1000 second, acceleration is same. No t's. If t comes along with that, then as you put t equal to 1 or 2 or 3, acceleration varies. Here it is constant acceleration. Question number 7 also you can copy, similar one. Once again, you have to differentiate once to get velocity and next to acceleration. R vector mark can put there. R vector is given as a 4ti plus t square j, correct? Okay. Velocity, you needn't do separately, you can do it directly like this. Derivative of this dr by dt becomes first part just 4i, second part 2tj, that is velocity. And at t equal to 2 asked. So at t equal to 2, what is velocity? Simply 4i plus 4j, because we are putting t as 2 here. Magnitude not asked, you can leave like this. Velocity vector as 4i plus 4j. Read out? Correct. But first of all, you have to go for the derivative of that equation itself, not with t equal to 2, not because you will get 0 if you differentiate this one. Go for that equation. So dv by dt is again acceleration, becomes 0 plus 2j, that's all. So acceleration is all along y-axis here. Why acceleration is along only y-axis? You can see here the square is there only for y part. When it is a equation with only what do you call that, linear type, no square there, that will not yield acceleration. With velocity that variable ends. Whereas when it has got t square part, you will have a number there in the acceleration part, second derivative exists for that. So acceleration comes only in the y direction, not along the x direction here. So 2j is the acceleration, again at any time, whether it is 2 second or 3 second, whatever the time, no variation happens in that. So at any instant it is, not only for 2 seconds. T equal to 2 seconds or any time. And question number 8 we solved yesterday, that type question. where velocity vector and acceleration vector are given. Find out those who are not done, write the question and solve it. Turn the page and see what is done yesterday on similar questions. Correct, correct. No, that is acceleration finding. No, v equal to u plus v, at we applied somewhere. No. Find the correct velocity here, right, right. So for the relevant components, I component and j component, apply u plus at idea. Answer is a okay. 2I doesn't have t there. I mean acceleration, so it remains as it is. Only the acceleration is there along the y-axis. So initial velocity u is given as a 2I plus 1j it is. 2I plus 1j. Okay. Acceleration is only along j axis, that is point 3j is given. And final velocity is a ui plus ait plus uj plus ajt. ui is here 2 and there is no acceleration at all. So simply it is a 2I plus 0 only. Whereas in uj part we have got 1 plus acceleration 0.3 time 10, which finally becomes 2I plus 3, no? 0.3, 4, correct. 0.3 into 10 is 3, 3 plus 1 is 4. So 4j, correct. 2I plus 4j becomes the answer for this, isn't it? After 10 seconds. So t equal to 10 we will put here. Acceleration along j, y-axis given here. uj, initial velocity is 1j. So u plus at. Similar one, next question also, question number 9. But what is the small change here? What is the difference in question number 8 and 9? Small additional work is there. Acceleration is available even along the x-axis. Okay. So what we have done for here y-axis, do it for x-axis also. Initial velocity given as a 3I minus 4j and acceleration given as a 1I plus 0.5j here. So velocity after 2 seconds, v, relevant components if you take 3I plus I, 1I acceleration into time 2 seconds, 2I plus y part. Initially is a minus 4j plus 0.5 into 2j becomes. So finally, 5i, and this is 1 minus 3j, correct? Is it 5i minus 3j? Just we are doing v equal to u plus ad. Ruchi, you are having a lot of confusion still. No? U plus at, that is all. But the only change compared to motion in one dimension is we are doing it separately for I part and j part. Okay, I mentioned about this question number 10. What is the angle between two vectors? How to find this angle? Dot product using is convenient method. A dot B you can find out equal to modulus of A modulus of B cos theta. Okay. So find out AB, you will get answer immediately for this question. Oh, Rakesh, do you have this list?
No, sir.
Oh. Okay, the question is find the angle between vectors. Find the angle between vectors A equal to 2i plus 3j. A equal to 2i plus 3j and B equal to 3i minus 2j. So find the dot product of these two vectors and equate to modulus of A, modulus of B, cos theta. A dot B, 2i, 3i becomes how much? 6.
Sir, 5 by 2.
Ij becomes 0. Minus 6 becomes simply 0 itself. And here root of 2 square plus 3 square, 13. Other one also same, no? Same, 3 square plus 2 square into cos theta, whatever that. Here it has become 0 means cos theta must be equal to 0. 0 by root 13 into root 13, that is 0 only. Implies theta must be equal to 90 degree. Next one, question number 11. Find, this is also an important question. Find the component of vector 1 plus 2j. 1 plus 2j along the direction of vector 3i minus j. Component of one vector along the direction of another vector. Let me call them as A. First one as A and second one as B. Component of A I want along the direction of vector B. What is a component? Can you tell me by seeing the figure? It is no. Component of A here is only A cos
Cos
theta.
theta.
Along any direction for a given vector, making angle theta with the direction, component is cos component always. So component of A in the direction of B is just A cos theta. So what we need is A cos theta. Component of vector A equal to 1i, correct? 1i plus 2j. 1i plus 2j along the direction of B is A cos theta. First of all, you have to realize that. Now, how to find this A cos theta? We don't know theta. If theta is known, A into cos theta. Now, we can find the dot product of AB, which actually involves A magnitude, B magnitude, and cos theta. Can't you bifurcate A cos theta in this right side? How do you get that? So what you need is A cos theta. Retain A cos theta. Bring B down here. So dot product of AB divided by magnitude of B is what you need. Component of A in the direction of B. Is that clear? So component of A in the direction of B is nothing but A cos theta. And to find A cos theta, we take the help of dot product. Dot product divided by magnitude of B gives us the required result. So find the dot product of these two. What is it? 1 into 3, that is just 3. Then 2j 3 is 0. 2j minus j becomes a minus 2. Is that right? 3 minus 2 is the dot product. Divided by what is the magnitude of B? Square root of 3 square plus 1 square should be equal to A cos theta, that required component. So it becomes 1 by root 10. You can leave like this. Component of vector 1 plus 2j in the direction of 3i minus j is 1 by root 10. Now don't copy 12, 13. We'll come to that afterwards. For no, for a given component, you are telling. Given vector. See, what you should know about your requirement. What is the meaning of component of a vector, first of all? Now, in general, the component of any vector is nothing but what is the effect of that along the given direction. You want the effect or component along x-axis. Then the only method in the world, entire world, is taking cos theta multiplied with that vector. There is no second method only. Component of any vector in any direction. Forget this two vectors case. One vector I am taking. Its component, if you want along any direction, cos of the angle multiplied by that vector becomes a component. Now here what has happened? We have a vector here also in this direction. There what is a component is a question. So then also, if theta is the angle between them, it is A cos theta only. And the method to find out that, because when we don't know theta, we can't find A into cos theta. Whereas in A, B costed, we are having the A costed automatically included. So dividing by B, we are getting the required thing. So this method what we have employed is one of the methods for getting the component. But component of a vector in any direction is nothing but cos theta. If theta is known, simplest thing is A into cos theta only to get the component there. Understand the question? No, I didn't understand the question actually first. Now 14th one, that is an important question again. Unit vector in the direction of resultant of vectors asked here. Unit vector in the direction of resultant of vectors. Hello, Anish? Ashok sir? How to find the resultant? You know it. We have done it. Another method of finding resultant. What is it? Right. Adding the I components together, J components, K components. That becomes a resultant. Minus 2I plus minus I becomes minus 3I. Then 3J plus 2J becomes a 5J. 1K plus minus 4K becomes a minus. ಅದೇ ಹಾಗೆ 1 plus minus 4 minus 5 ಆಗುದು minus 3K. So resultant of the two vectors R becomes a minus 2I plus minus I plus 3J plus 2J plus 1 minus 4K. So finally minus 3I plus 5J minus 3K is the resultant. And what is asked is the unit vector. How to find the unit vector? Unit vector is the
Vector by its
vector.
magnitude.
Correct. Vector divided by its own magnitude. So R minus 3I plus 5J minus 3K divided by what is the magnitude here? 3 square plus 5 square plus 3 square becomes a 43, correct? 9 plus 25 plus 9. 18 plus 25. So this is the answer. You can't get a single number for this. The entire vector upon the magnitude is the answer for the question. Unit vector in the direction of resultant. Unit vector in the direction of resultant. Understood? Then next go to question number 17. We have solved similar question. Just draw the figure. ಅನೀಶ್ ಇದನ್ನು ಅವನಿಗೆ ಕಳಿಸಿರಾ ಹುಡುಗನಿಗೆ ರಾಕೇಶ್ಗೆ ಅವನಿಗೆ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದೆ ಕಳಿಸಿರಾ?
ಇದು ಕಳ್ಸಿದೆ.
ಹಾ.
ಅದು 2 ಡೈಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಇದೆ.
ಹೌದು ಹೌದು.
ಅದು 3 ಕೂಡ ಪೇಪರ್ ಕಳ್ಸಿದೆ ಅವರಿಗೆ.
ಯಾವಾಗ ಈಗ ಕಳಿಸಿದ?
ಹಾ, ಈಗ ಕಳ್ಸಿದೆ.
ಸರಿ ಸರಿ
ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಹೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತು.
ಆಯ್ತು ಓಕೆ. Hello, Rakesh.
Yes, sir.
You received this? I think it's sent to you, these 3 papers.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Now they send.
Okay. So now question number 17 I have told that 2 vectors P and Q have angle 135 degree between them. Resultant of P and Q is perpendicular to smaller of the two. This problem actually I had given yesterday of the same kind. Comes like this. Obviously, this is smaller because the resultant comes this way, perpendicular to smaller of the two. Smaller is given as P here, 10. Bigger one is Q, that you have to find. Full angle is 135 degree. And of course, this is perpendicular case. There is a resultant. Correct. Tan alpha equation we have to take here because alpha is available. Alpha angle made by the resultant with the one of the vectors available 90 degree. Therefore, tan alpha directly you can go to that. Tan 90, which is infinity of course, is Q sin theta sin 135 upon P plus Q cos 135, and this is infinity. Therefore, you don't have to worry about sin 135 at all. What is the conclusion immediately? Right. This denominator must be equal to 0. Denominator must be 0 since ratio is infinity. So just to substitute for P equal to 10 and 135 cos 135 value. What is the cos 135 value? That is cos of 180 minus 45, isn't it? By rule, minus cos 45 or minus 1 by root 2 it is. Cos of 180 minus theta is always cos theta itself with the minus sign. 135 I am writing as 180 minus 45. And root says cos of 180 minus theta is minus cos theta. So I get minus cos 45 as equivalent of cos 135. And now you substitute this in P plus Q cos theta. That is 10 plus Q into minus 1 by root 2 equal to 0. Or 10 must be equal to Q by root 2 or Q is equal to tan root 2. Oh, yesterday I think we didn't find the resultant. We stopped with finding unknown, correct? You found that? No, you find that afterwards. R. Here also R is asked. So then you have to again go for that formula. R equal to root of P square plus Q square plus 2PQ cos theta. That is root of 10 square plus 10 root 2 square plus 2 10 root 2 minus 1 by root 2 cos theta value. So this root 2 can be cancelled, and root of 100 plus 200 minus 200 I think, correct? Is that right? 10 100 I think it is just 10 itself. I think it's proper. The P value itself becomes a resultant in this case. Don't copy, try it. Is it correct? P square plus Q square plus 2PQ cos theta formula. Substitute all the available numbers. Is it same or different? Different. No, see where minus. ಕೆಳಗೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ 1/√ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ರೂಟ್ ಉಂಟಲ್ಲ, ಅದು ಹೇಗೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕಟ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ ನೋಡಿ. 2pq cos theta. Cos theta is 1/√2. In the product pq we have got 10 and 10 root 2 ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಸೊ √2 ಹೋಗ್ತದೆ, ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. ಸೊ 200 minus 200 ಕಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಬಿಡ್ತದೆ, ಉಳಿದು ಬರೀ √100 ಮಾತ್ರ. Before you add or subtract, always you write like this and check some cancellation happens. ಚಿಕ್ಕದು ಮಾಡಿ, ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಒಮ್ಮೆ ಕೂಡಿಸುದು ಒಮ್ಮೆ ಕಳೆಯುವುದು ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಹೋದಾಗ ಕೆಲವು ಸಲ ತಪ್ಪಾಗಿ ಬಿಡ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ ಅನ್ನೆಸೆಸರಿಲಿ ಡೋಂಟ್ ಆಡ್ ಆರ್ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್. ಎಷ್ಟು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ಸಲ್ ಮಾಡಲಿ ಅಂತ ನೋಡ್ಬೇಕು ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ. Next one, question number 18. You can copy. Yes. This is 10/√2 you have done, sir. Why 10/√2 you have done? It is not 10/√2. It is 10 into √2. No. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ 10 is equal to q/√2 ಇದೆ. q ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ನಮಗೆ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ, ಆಗ q ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ? 10 into √2. Copy question number 18. Next one there. A thread is attached to two nails like this way, and then a load of 5 kg is suspended from the thread such that two parts make 60° and 30° with the vertical. So when you attach a load, the thread becomes like this with angles of one side 60°, other side 30°. This is the figure. Tensions are there at the two parts, T1 and T2 I call them. This is what you have to find out. Tension is nothing but a reactional force set in a wire due to the load attached. And you can identify some angles here. This angle you can find out. What is this angle here? It must be 30 only, because this is perpendicular 90 here, and this has to be 60 only. If these two are 60 and 30, this must be 90° itself. I'm using one special rule for this. You can use it wherever you get three concurrent vectors. Concurrent means vectors acting at a point. Now these two tensions and this load here, W, pulling it down, they act at this particular point. So for three vectors acting at a point like this, I'll call them as a P, Q and R in general, with an angle alpha against P, angle beta against Q, and gamma against R. Suppose you have. Identify the angles. Then the rule says that, called Lami's theorem. Lami's theorem. You can apply it, although we don't learn that in theory part. P by sine alpha must be equal to q by sin beta must be equal to r by sin gamma. So you can apply this always to vectors when they act at a particular point. Here it's convenient because we are aware of the angles and we need tension. Two of these two vectors. So according to this theorem, it should be, what is this angle again is T1? 60 plus 90. Opposite to T1, the angle is 60 degree plus 90. Opposite to T2, what is the angle? 60 plus 10. T2 ಗೆ against ಏನು angle ಇಲ್ಲಿ 90 and W ಗೆ against ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತದಲ್ಲ ಬರ್ತದೆ sin 90 degree, sin 90 corresponding to W. So between the T1, T2 and this W line, angles can be recognized easily and apply that rule. So using Lamis theorem, W is given as how much? 5 kg. 5 kg weight, 5 kg weight. So T1 upon sin of 90 plus 60 should be equal to T2 by sin of 90 plus 30 should be equal to W by sin 90. Andre 1 anta artha. Athava, what is sin of 90 plus 60 ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆಯಾ? That is cos 60 actually. Sin of 90 plus theta is cos theta. And what is sin of 90 plus 30? Cos 30. Equal to W, that is 5 kg weight, ಕೆಳಗಡೆ 1. So T1 is cos 60 into 5 kg weight. Cos 60 into 5 kg weight. ಎಷ್ಟಾಗ್ತದೆ ಅದು? Cos 60 ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟು? Half. You have to by heart that ನೀವು ಈ ಟ್ರಿಗ್ನೋಮೆಟ್ರಿ sin 30 cos 30 ಗೆ ನೀವು ಓದಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಇಲ್ಲ ಫಿಸಿಕ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಇದು ABCD ಎಲ್ಲ ಬೈ ಹಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದನ್ನ. sin 30 is equal to half, sin 60 equal to root 3 by 2, sin 90 equal to 1. Cos 0 1, cos 30 root 3 by 2, sin 60 value. Cos 60 half, cos 90 0. Tan 0 0, tan 30 1 by root 3, tan 60 root 3. Of course ನಾನು 45 ನ ಬಿಟ್ಟೆ. sin 45 cos 45 ಒಂದೇ 1 by root 2. tan 45 1 ಈಸಿದೆ. So tan by heart ಮಾಡೋಕಂತಿಲ್ಲ, ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲದ್ರೆ sin by cos becomes tan automatically. Sin cos they are in the reverse order. Sin is increasing, cos is decreasing. Sin 91 cos 01. So ಒಮ್ಮೆ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆ ಟೇಬಲ್ ನೋಡಿ ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ಫಿಕ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಡಿ. ಇಲ್ಲದ್ರೆ ಟ್ರಿಗ್ನೋಮೆಟ್ರಿ ನಿಮಗೆ 0 ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಅದು ಗೊತ್ತಿದ್ರೆ ತಪ್ಪಿದ್ರೆ. Cos 60 is a half, ಹಾಗಾಗಿ half into 5 becomes simply 2.5 kg weight is the answer for T1. ನ್ಯೂಟನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬೇಕಿದ್ರೆ 1 kg weight value is 9.8 ನ್ಯೂಟನ್ ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಅಥವಾ 10 ತಗೊಳ್ಳುವ ಒಂದರಲ್ಲ, ಅಪ್ರಾಕ್ಸಿಮೇಟ್ಲಿ 10 25 ನ್ಯೂಟನ್ ಅಂತಲೂ ಬರೀಬಹುದು. 1 kg weight ಅಂದ್ರೆ weight of 1 kg, 1 kg into g ಅನ್ನು 10 ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಈಸಿಲಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಗೆಟ್ ದ ಆನ್ಸರ್. 9.8 ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕಷ್ಟ. So you can also write this as 2.5 or 25 Newton as T1 value. Similarly, what is T2 value? Cos 30 multiplied by 5 kg weight, which is a root 3 by 2 into 5, exactly 2.5 root 3. Approximately ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ 1.7 ಅಂತ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ it is how much? 0.7, 17.5. 1.75 added to this becomes nearly 4.25. 4.25 kg weight almost, ಅಥವಾ 42.5 ನ್ಯೂಟನ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ approximately. So okay, almost 4.2, okay. Approximately 4.2 kg weight you can write. ಅದೇ ಪೇಜಲ್ಲಿ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಒಂದೆರಡು ಮೂರು MCQ ನೋಡಿ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದು ವೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಡಾಟ್ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ ಕ್ರಾಸ್ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ. A dot B equal to 0 ಅಂತ ಇದೆ means what is the angle between them? A dot B 0 ಆದ್ರೆ correct. A B cos theta equal to 0 ಅಂತ ಆಯ್ತು. Cos theta 0 ಆಗೋದು for theta is equal to 90 degrees. So they are perpendicular ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ. A option becomes the answer. Second, A cross B equal to B cross A ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದೆ. ಏನು A cross B ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎ ಬಿ ಸಂಚಿತ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ
Mod
equal to
mod B
ಆಗಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ
sin theta.
ಹಲೋ what is the angle between them? A cross B equal to B cross A ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ರೆ
Theta pi by 2, sir.
magnitude wise direction wise they are actually opposite ಇರ್ತದೆ. angle between A and B asked. A cross B direction ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಮೇಲೆ ಇದ್ರೆ B cross A direction must be downwards. So they are not exactly equal. Opposite direction ಇದೆ. ಅವುಗಳ value can be same, ಆದರೆ directions are opposite. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಅವುಗಳು equal ಆಗಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ they must be actually 0. A ಮತ್ತು B must be parallel. Okay, parallel ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಮಾತ್ರ ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಹಾಗೆ. Otherwise they cannot be equal. ಅವುಗಳು parallel ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಅವುಗಳ value itself is 0 ಆಗಿರ್ತದೆ. A cross B for theta 0 which is not there, ಅಥವಾ what is other angle?
180,
degree.
sir.
180 ಆಗ 0 ಆಗ್ತದೆ. So only when A cross B equal to 0 it can be equal to B cross A. ಇಲ್ಲದ್ರೆ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಆಗುದಿಲ್ಲ. The directions are opposite. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡ್ಯುಲಸ್ ಹಾಕಿದ್ರೆ then it's always correct. ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ A cross B is equal to B cross A ಆಗಿರ್ತದೆ ಮಾಡ್ಯುಲಸ್ ಆದ್ರೆ. ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ಬಿಟ್ರೆ, ಬಟ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ they can never be equal except for 0 value. ಎರಡು 0 ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡ್ಯುಲಸ್ ಕೊಡದ ಕಾರಣ it must be angle 180 degree between them ಅಥವಾ pi radian. C becomes the answer for this. ದರ್ಶನ್ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿಲ್ವಾ? ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಈಗ A ಕ್ರಾಸ್ B ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? A ಹೀಗೆ, A B ಹೀಗೆ, A ಕ್ರಾಸ್ B ಒಂದು ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಇದೆ, A ಇಂಟು B ಇಂಟು ಸೈನ್ ಥೀಟಾ. ಆ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಎರಡು ಈಕ್ವಲ್, A ಕ್ರಾಸ್ B ಇರಲಿ B ಕ್ರಾಸ್ A ಇರಲಿ, ಅದು A B ಸೈನ್ ಥೀಟಾ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಆದರೆ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ತಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ A ಕ್ರಾಸ್ B ಗೆ ಹೀಗೆ ಬಂತು, B ಕ್ರಾಸ್ A ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ದೇ ಆರ್ ನಾಟ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್. ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ನಾಟ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಈಗ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದೆ. ಸೊ ದ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಪಾಸಿಬಿಲಿಟೀಸ್ ದ A ಕ್ರಾಸ್ B ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಮಸ್ಟ್ ಬಿ 0. A ಕ್ರಾಸ್ B 0 ಆಗಿದ್ರೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸೇ A ಕ್ರಾಸ್ B is equal to B cross A. ಬೇರೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ಪಾಸಿಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಇಲ್ಲ. A ಕ್ರಾಸ್ B 0 ಆಗಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಆಂಗಲ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ A ಅಂಡ್ B? ಒಂದ 0 ಇರಬೇಕು,
0 or 180.
A B sin ಥೀಟಾ ಎರಡು ಒಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಒಂದ 0 ಆರ್ ಪೈ. 0 ಇಲ್ಲ, ಪೈ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, therefore pi must be the angle between them. They must be in opposite directions ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ. Then only you can have A cross B same as B cross C. ಆಯ್ತಾ? So it looks simple here, ಆದರೆ you must be aware of all these facts regarding direction. ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ನಿಟ್ಯೂಡ್ ಸಾಧಾರಣ ನೆನಪಿರ್ತದೆ A B sin ಥೀಟಾ ಅಂತ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ you think always they are equal, ಆದರೆ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ವೈಸ್ they are opposite ಅಂತ ನೀವು ರಿಯಲೈಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ then the only possibility is the value should be 0 for A cross B for this to happen. ಒಂದು ವೇಳೆ A cross B is equal to A dot B ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ರೆ, magnitude of A cross B is equal to A dot B ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ರೆ, ಅಲ್ಲ A cross B equal to A dot B ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ರೆ A cross B is AB sin theta. A dot B is AB cos theta. AB ಕಟ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. sin theta is equal to cos theta ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ. When sin theta is equal to cos theta, okay, tan theta is equal to okay.
45 degree.
45 degree ಗೆ they are equal ಅಲ್ವಾ? So sin 45 or cos 45 both are same. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ theta should be 45 degree ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ ಆ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಗೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಲಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಬಟ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ದಟ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್. ಸಿಂಪಲ್, ಅದು ವೆರಿ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್, ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಇಷ್ಟು ತಲೆಬಿಸಿಲ್ಲ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ. ಬೇಕಾದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಡಿ. ಇಫ್ ಎ ಕ್ರಾಸ್ ಬಿ ಇಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ಎ ಡಾಟ್ ಬಿ, ದೆನ್ ಥೀಟಾ ಇಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು 45 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ. ಅದು ಹೇಗೆ ಅಂತ ಮತ್ತೆ ನೀವು ಎಲಾಬ್ರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅದನ್ನು ಬೇಕಿದ್ರೆ. ಸೊ ಇನ್ನು ಮುಂದಿನದನ್ನು ನೀವು ನೋಡಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಒಂದು 2 ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಇದೆ, ಐ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಟ್ರೈ ದಮ್. ಮತ್ತೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ಇದೆ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ. ಇನ್ನು ಉಳಿದದೊಂದು 4-5 ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್, ದೇ ಆರ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ರಿವರ್ ಕ್ರಾಸಿಂಗ್. ಒನ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ವೆರಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಐಡಿಯಾಸ್ ಕಮಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಟಾಪಿಕ್. ಕ್ರಾಸಿಂಗ್ ದ ರಿವರ್ ವಿತ್ ದ ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೈಟ್ ಆಗಿ, ಅಥವಾ ಇನ್ ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ಟೈಮ್, ಶಾರ್ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಪಾತ್ ಶಾರ್ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಅಂತ 2 ಟೈಪ್ನ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ಸ್ ಬರ್ತದೆ. ಅದರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ವಿಲ್ ಗೋ ಫಾರ್ ದೀಸ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ 13 ಈಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಅ ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ಒನ್. ಆದರೆ ನೀವು ಪಿಕ್ಚರ್ ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದೆ, ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾನೆ ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ. ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಕ್ರಾಸಿಂಗ್ ದ ರಿವರ್, ಅದು ಅಬೌಟ್ ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿ ಅಂಡ್ ರಿವರ್ ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿ ರಿಸಲ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಇದೆ ಆ ಕ್ವಶನ್. ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹಾಕೊಂಡು ಟ್ರೈ. ಇಟ್ಸ್ NCERT ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಅದು ಟೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಬುಕ್ ಇಂದ 13th ಒನ್, ಅದನ್ನು ನೀವು ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು ಬೇಕಿದ್ರೆ. ಬಾಕಿದೊಂದು 3 ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಕ್ರಾಸಿಂಗ್ ದ ರಿವರ್ ವಿತ್ ಶಾರ್ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಪಾತ್, ಶಾರ್ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಟೈಮ್, ಎಕ್ಸೆಟ್ರಾ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಅದನ್ನು ನಾಳೆ ಬೆಳಿಗ್ಗೆ ಫಸ್ಟಿಗೆ ನೋಡೋ ಕ್ಲಾಸಲ್ಲಿ. ಅಂಡ್ ದೆನ್ ವಿಲ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಪ್ರೊಜೆಕ್ಟೈಲ್ ಮೋಷನ್. ಸೊ ಇದು ಈ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ಲಿ ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟೋಲ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಬಿಗಿನಿಂಗ್ 2 ಪಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್. ಮೊದಲ ಅರ್ಧ ಈಸ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ವೆಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್, ಇಷ್ಟೊಳಗೆ ನೋಡಿದೆಲ್ಲ ನಾವು ಬರೀ ವೆಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ. ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಹಾಫ್ ಇಸ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಪ್ರೊಜೆಕ್ಟೈಲ್ ಮೋಷನ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಸರ್ಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಮೋಷನ್ ಅಂತ. ಬಾಡಿಯನ್ನು ಮೇಲಕ್ಕೆ ಬಿಸಾಡಿ ರೇಂಜ್, ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ ಹೈಟ್, ಟೈಮ್ ಆಫ್ ಫ್ಲೈಟ್ ಅಥವಾ ಯೂನಿಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಸರ್ಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಮೋಷನ್, v²/r = ಆಕ್ಸಲರೇಷನ್ ಇತ್ಯಾದಿ ಬರುವಂಥದ್ದು. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ second half we'll see tomorrow after solving a few questions of this.